Hello.
Hello.
We're doing the old DIY wind muff today. Put it a little closer to us. We have a little different of a setup. Kind of use the same as we did with the interview, where we have our table now. We're sitting on a little bar stool thing.
Wow.
I've got a selfie stick. Thank you, Vegas Best Ideas, for that recommendation. So now look at no double chin. This is good. We're getting better.
Hidden. It's like it never existed.
Like it never existed. And if you want to, I can't do this part of it. So it's like the new look where you just kind of wear it like this, like, yo, what's up? But this is an old jacket from high school. Yeah, got Hard Rock Cafe buttons and nothing over here.
Okay.
So.
All right, so you're going to tell who we are and everything now?
Let's let your light shine in Steve-O, as you guys know. Glass of wine in play. This is a big glass.
Yes. So we're all set for a marathon Henderson Hangout
and look at
episode.
this, my selfie stick even has a Bluetooth remote, so I can go instead of having to run over and turn it off. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. We are on episode 8, guys.
Episode 8 of Henderson Hangouts. Welcome, welcome.
So thank you guys for keeping us going here.
There we go.
Right. Let's start out with Keith
Let's
Gearing.
start out.
Another
like
nosy
this
question
question
for you. Do you argue much? And if so, what about? Cheers. I'm like, Steve, do you want to say, I'm like, do you want to keep it real? I'm like, yeah,
Well,
let's
we can keep it kind of real.
Let's not get too personal. We always
She was just
argue.
complaining about me being cold.
Oh, yeah. That's I'm like, dude,
It's
you're
like,
such a
it's not-
snowflake. Come on now. I mean, Canadians came from snow. Like, we
I'm
got nothing to
sorry.
complain about here.
It's a little chilly.
That's why it's
Okay.
early in the day,
Anyway.
so Steve-O doesn't freeze.
So read the question again.
He says, what do we argue about?
Oh, what do we argue about? Yeah. Well,
I can't get this thing
we
down.
don't argue about much. I can tell you what we don't argue about, and that's money. We don't argue about money. We always seem to pretty much agree.
That reminded me of
what
that.
happened.
Was it Dane Cook when he's like, that waitress like, what don't you want on your sandwich? She goes, well, that's a loaded question. I don't want my grandma's eyeballs on there. I don't want that. So it's
Grandma's eyeballs?
yeah, that's what he said. I was
That's-
like,
that's
that's
really gross.
random.
So,
no,
no.
we don't argue about money, thank God, because that would be my biggest deal breaker right there.
Yeah.
We
so
do have
I
little
guess it's
differences on the kids because I am a
parenting
hard,
is probably the hardest
tough
one.
love, and he's like a not so. He is, but he's not, and I'm just like like tough love, kinda. Not to the point, not completely, but I'm just more. I'm used to being that where I don't get help. I got to figure it out on my own, be independent, kind of thing. So there you guys go. Windy Royal, Nevada. Okay. Favorite casino in each category: Las Vegas Strip, downtown, local.
Okay.
Local wise, the Wildfire.
Wildfire. Yeah.
I mean, we've already tried. It's going to come out tomorrow, so we'll have another one. I'm not going to tell you until you see it tomorrow. We liked it, but the service sucked. So we're like, the Wildfire has been consistently good on service and the games I want to play. And it's dark and dank, so that's just like perfect.
Yeah. I think she really enjoys that one.
And
the best.
you do too, right? So
No,
far,
I like it there.
all the local casinos, we've been like, let's always go back to the Wildfire.
Yeah.
Downtown.
Downtown, I've only been there once, and I haven't even had a chance to put a nickel in a slot or anything, but I really thought the circuit was amazing. So I'm going to say the circuit.
Amazing.
It was
There was
amazing.
a affordable gaming right by the sports book on the second floor where you can look down into the sports book. I'm like, oh, that's affordable. So I might want to try that.
Yeah, that sports book was something else. That looks like a lot of fun. So yeah, I think I'm going to say for
You say
downtown.
for Circa for you.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why. I just have nostalgia for El Cortez. Maybe because it has they all have a lot of history except the Circa, which is new. But we did a whole thing on it, and I just thought it's cool. And then they also have the spitter out or quarter slot machines. Although that I know after a while they get kind of boring because it's only a one game thing. But I thought it was kind of cool that they still had those old fashioned ones. The Strip.
The Strip. I'm going to cheat a little and say Ellis Island. Because of the front yard's got a really fun restaurant, and the beers are only $3. And I just found out today that if you go to out in the casino and everything, the beers are only $2.50
Oh, hot damn.
for these great big beers. So I mean, for
Great
cheapness,
big beer.
great big beers, and for $2.50 or $3, and the atmosphere is fun in there. Seems.
I'm gonna
everybody-
throw this out there because we don't go there very often, but I always liked the innards of the Luxor. So even if it's haunted and cursed and all that stuff,
That's
I
true.
thought it was
Well,
pretty
that's where it
dang
is kind of
cool
neat to
walking
hang
in
out
there.
in.
We haven't gained. Oh yeah, I did. I did my free slot play, and I'm gonna do it again this year too, if they still have it. So you'll be seeing that next month,
You
hopefully.
can't wait.
Okay, Lisa Brooke, have you been to the psychedelic supermarket and Mega Mart at Area 15 yet? This would make an amazing vlog. Now, I just saw Alan's on it, and it was funny because I was on the computer working on my nursery newsletter stuff. Steve was watching TV, and he goes, "Am I on drugs? What the hell is this commercial? Chrissy, I'm gonna rewind it. You gotta see this. It's like a weird supermarket. Like, what?" And he replayed it. I see Willie Nelson, and there's like digital face changing, the floor's moving, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's the Area 15 thing.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't know that much about it.
Yeah, so you're like,
I was just like, what the heck?
yeah,
I mean,
what
if
am I
you were,
watching?
Yeah. It was like, it was really, if you was on late at night and you were.
Yeah, on drugs.
If you were on
It might
drugs,
double check your drug intake there. No, we haven't even gone to Area 15 yet. I've just been watching
No.
it vicariously through my
Other-
friends' vlogs,
other
which looks
vlogs.
cool.
But we should do it. It should, we'll put it on the list.
I think it's temporary. I think
Oh,
it's
it
like
is?
it's $35 a pop too.
Oh, jeez.
That's why we haven't really been running to do it.
Oh, okay.
Although it is a tax
guess we
write-off for your vlog, you're like, well, I'm always spending more than I'm making here, so it's a good business loss. Okay. Oh, dang it! Your phone keeps going this way, and I don't want it to. So
You
I'm
gotta
gonna-
quit doing that.
All right. Keith Gearing. Thanks for answering my questions. I can't believe you watch as time goes by.
Yeah,
In
we
the
love
UK, we have plenty of water, so our bill is about $20 a month, and we don't pay separately for our rubbish to be taken away.
Rubbish.
Your rubbish. Well then, we used to watch As Time Goes By a lot back in
Yeah.
the day, and we watched that other one, but I couldn't get into it. It was like critters and I don't know. It was like them, but they would like stick their hand in some cow's butt and just like it was like normal, like hey Johnny, and they're working on. There was like a vet thing, and
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I'm like, I don't need to. That's
They were
like
cute
can't
characters,
do
but
it.
it was just the teeth. Oh my goodness.
Well, I was just thinking the cow, the butt thing.
I was thinking about the teeth. Every character in there had no teeth.
Well, Hollywood, yeah. Well, Hollywood's just all about fake teeth
Yeah,
all
I
the
know,
time.
but
So you
that
get
was-
used to that whole veneer fakery, and then you're like, oh, this is the real world. And you watch other shows. Okay, Manga Dolo. I like these longer clips. Thank you for the thoughtful answers. Oh, well, you are most welcome.
Most.
Most people say you're a hard worker, not me. Sorry, that was an inside joke. You guys, we talked about it before.
Yeah,
Hey.
you got to catch up. You got to be, if you want to stay current, you have to watch them all, unfortunately. 'cause
All right,
we're gonna
Ted,
talk about
unfortunately
stuff. You're
for
like
you.
wondering, why are we talking about somebody's price of water? And that was a question from last week.
Sleepless
So,
in Las Vegas. Ted, great video. Didn't expect the Snoop Dogg. Fun fact. Haha. North Outlet Mall is 100 times better than the one located in the South. I'm not a seafood fan, but I also want to go to that restaurant that has that belt. Looks fun. Cool. I think, Ted, if you want,
So that was a sushi.
I'm gonna message you because my
Thing.
friend wanted to go to somewhere called Sapporo, but I think it's over in Henderson, our area. So it might be too far from. I don't know whereabouts you are, but I don't know if it's what is your radius of how far you'll travel. So, but I'll just message you about it anyway and just tell you about it.
So yeah, we want to do the conveyor belt sushi. Yes.
James Wise, you can find sushi on a conveyor belt in Chinatown's Shanghai Plaza on Spring Mountain Road. Well, that's the case. That's not the one we're doing, but maybe Ted, maybe you and the VCC crew and us can all get together and do that one. How about that? That sounds cool. I've not been inside, but I would love to try it out. The sushi is covered by a plastic dome over as it travels around the conveyor belt. Well, that's good because
Yeah.
the way Steve was talking, I'm like, if everyone's touching up on your food before you eat it, that's pretty nasty.
It is nasty.
Keith Gearing again. Still look forward to the Hendo Hangouts. And my question is, what your average food bill a week at the supermarket, and do you get staff discount? I get 10% off
Some things.
on general merchandise and produce, I think it is. And then sometimes throughout the year, like during the holidays, from like November to January, you get 10% off the whole entire store. And I don't know how much do you spend. Steve's always doing the shopping.
Oh, gosh.
Considering that I work at a grocery store, I don't always do the shopping. I just go home because I've been shopping all day for everyone else. And
But
so
it varies. I will say that I've got to be better and more proactive that because a lot of the things we do are impromptu. Like when you see us go do a food review, a lot of times we didn't plan on that. I'll have dinner like already thought out and just waiting to cook, and we'll end up going out.
But we'll just eat the dinner tomorrow.
So
Like,
we
he
get
had
to
fish
it.
out from
I don't,
yesterday
it doesn't ever
or the
get
other
thrown
day.
away, but sometimes, a couple nights later, it's still sitting there. We haven't gotten around to it. Everybody ate on their own and wasn't hungry. So, but the money, I don't know, a couple hundred a week, maybe, something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think that's pretty close.
Okay, Mark, the other me. The palm trees that were brought in for Henderson and Vegas developments were infested with scorpions. When I lived in Green Valley, I had a few in my garage and one in my house. Okay, well, that's gross.
Yeah.
This house was built in the 80s, so they probably worked their way out of there. Thank God. Knock on wood.
they're just waiting, plotting their attack.
Alan, Las Vegas and Beyond. Yes, that's your alternate channel, Bed Bath and Beyond. Oh, yeah. Well, I said Bed and Beyond, but yeah, if you want to say Bed Bath and Beyond, that's probably more appropriate. Because I was like, ew, I don't need to know Alan's second channel. Just kidding. Alan. We missed you last week, by the way.
Yes.
It was a fun time at the Cosmo. Maybe you didn't miss it. It got a little crazy. Super Big Hungry. Roughly, how much did it cost you in moving expenses, truck, moving services, gas, etc., from California to Henderson?
Oh, wow.
Well, our moving truck, costed about almost $7,000, I think it was.
Yeah, it wasn't quite $7,000. We had a lot of junk.
We had a lot of stuff, and we were willing to just do. They move, they do all the work, they put all the stuff in the house. We weren't going to do. We decided to splurge on that.
Most of the boxes in the house, and most of the stuff.
We're still finding green stickers on stuff.
Yeah, they put little green stickers on every box and every item that wasn't boxed, and we just found another green sticker the other day.
Yeah, I did. I'm like, oh, these things are still going strong. I even found it on our horseshoe box, like, because we went to the park nearby to do some horseshoes, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a sticker on this thing. Ted, Sleepless in Las Vegas. My random question: if you could time travel to the past or future, which would you choose and why? That's a good question. Past or future.
Okay. Which one would I pick?
Yeah.
Past or future?
If you could travel to the past or future, what would you choose and why?
Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, every time I really like time travel movies and books. I've read a few of those, and I really like it. But every time they talk about time travel, they're always talking about changing. If you change the past, you mess stuff up. Back to the Future and everything. So, but I pretty much, if it's happened in the past, it's already pretty much been written about, for the most part. So I think I'd want to see the future that I'm never going to get to see. So,
See, now for me,
100 years from now, I'm not going to have any idea what things are going to be like, but I know what things were like.
You can prepare for it?
Well, I'll be dead, but at least I'll know.
I'll be dead. Well,
but everything in the past has already happened, and it's not going to.
Now, mine would be, I would like to go in the past and change the past. I would like to stir some stuff up. I wouldn't have gotten...
Kill baby Hitler.
No, not that far back. I'm talking about my own life. Sorry, it's all about me.
It's all about
I wouldn't
you.
have gotten married to my first husband. I don't talk about that because we don't need to. But there's certain things I'm like, I wouldn't have hung out with certain people. And after I knew how raising kids, living in a certain town, I wouldn't have lived there. Like, it would have been certain things I would have moved out here a lot sooner. So, yeah, I think I would want to go in the past and do a redo. Not saying not marry you. I'm just saying not marry the first one.
She's not going to say that on camera.
Not marry the first one. Bleh. And not hang out with my sisters and brother. Like, all that stuff I wouldn't have done. I would have been like, and then hung out with the right people and did the right things, not moved into the town we did, and actually not moved out, like I said, to here, and not have so many bad memories in my head as of today with past issues. So that would have been ideal.
There you go.
So there you guys go. All right, let's see. Super Big Hungry. Did you guys enroll your kids in school before you moved to Henderson or once you got there? No, once we got here. I think.
You did? I thought
No.
No, you didn't sign up anything at all?
I couldn't. I had to tell the schools in Yorba Linda that we were moving. I had to tell the online school that my oldest kid was doing that we were moving. And then they gave me the transcripts so you could give it to the school in person once they showed up at the school. Of course, I called the said schools to say we're moving, and so they were expecting us, but you couldn't do anything until you got here physically, and gave them the transcripts, and they filled out all the paperwork and gave your kid a schedule, and then off you went. So
I guess that you might be double check that because things have changed.
Yeah, things could have changed since then.
Especially since the pandemic.
The schools walk you through it. I mean, I was very, again, clueless on what we were doing. We just wanted to get out of there. So that was a huge move for us with kids to do all this stuff. But it all worked itself out. It wasn't as difficult when I look back on it because everybody kind of helps you through it.
Yeah.
So and plus schools end here in end of May, and I got here mid-April, so they only had like 6 weeks left of school, and it was fine.
Before you read another one, can we go back to that other question a little bit?
Which one?
The one about no, before that.
Moving expenses?
Yeah, the moving. We really did. We kind of breezed past it.
No, we talked about the truck and how much it costs.
So how much it costs? Well, but they were asking about gas and other things.
I don't know about that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
what, turning the gas on? I mean, I don't think that cost anything to do all that.
No, those were just phone calls.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you just have to get a hold of. Actually, and our real estate agent hooked us up with a lot of that. So.
That's true. They would help you out with that stuff.
He didn't, he gave me the phone numbers and said, okay, this is who you need to call, and this is the information you're going to need, and everything.
You probably have a packet. I remember when I joined the Relocating to Henderson off the Facebook group, and it's the admin is a realtor, and so all you have to do is say, can I get a moving packet? They send you this PDF of all the information you need to know about moving out here. They're more than willing to help you. They want your business too. We didn't use that particular lady. We used some guy named Nick, which was cool, but still, everybody's willing to help you. And I had asked a lot of questions on the Facebook group, all sorts of questions, and it didn't matter. Everyone answered them, so it's a pretty cool little group to join. Okay, Mark, you're such a good sport because all those questions were jokes. I know, Mark. Hey, you didn't ask any on this, though, did you? I didn't see you on here.
Huh.
All right. Alan. Oh, yeah.
Thanks,
yes,
Mark.
before 6 p.m. That was good. Yeah, Alan. I hear you pack it in early. I always hear the guys say that, so I had to go there. And Sleepless in Las Vegas. Shots fired. I guess I think I said something on the last vlog about it being quiet and watch something happens, and I forgot what it was, but yeah. Or no, crime. I think we were talking about crime. That's right, it was. That's pretty funny. House of Sid. Like your video about Noodle Spot, also was nice to see the coffee and dessert place. Question, do you and Steve-O drink coffee? Do you have any favorite local coffee shops besides Starbucks? I mean, no, because I just make my own coffee and go to work. So
we both drink coffee.
Yes,
I drink
we
a
definitely
lot
drink
of
coffee.
but I don't go for the sugary, fancy stuff.
So it's only those,
I mean, they're okay, but once in a while,
breakfast places
we probably
went to.
hit I get like a latte maybe once a year.
Yeah, if I have a gift card to Starbucks, then
yeah, sometimes
I'll
we end
use
up with those things.
It's
and
only
we
because
end
I
up
have a gift
getting
card, though.
coffee there, but for the most part, I just drink black coffee. I don't put any sugar or anything into it, and I'm really boring. And one time I was in a restaurant, like a Mexican restaurant, and the coffee came with cinnamon in it.
Oh, the El Farolito?
No, this is back in California.
Yeah,
so.
that was the one in Placentia.
Well, maybe it happened more
The
than
one that
once.
was super crowded. That we had what's the big deal about this place? Everyone talks so highly of it, and we're all crowded in this little table, and
I mean, because it was cheap. But
it wasn't worth the ambiance of waiting an hour to sit down, and then you're all crowded. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I wanted to go down the street where it was more expensive, but at least the ambiance.
There.
Well, I know our oldest one had a coffee, didn't like it because it was cinnamon.
Oh. Well, anyway, yeah, I had to be a jerk and complain and get regular coffee. I don't care for anything in it. Don't put anything in my coffee.
All right, Lance Beckman, keep up the good videos. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Super
you.
Big Hungry. Favorite place to get Mexican food? Speaking of that, well, I will say Steve-O's Kitchen, because yesterday he gets this meat. Where'd you get that meat again?
I went to La Bonita this time. I also like Cueva
Meat Market. Yeah,
they're both of those
places. He gets this chopped chicken.
That's really good.
For the tacos. It is so good. And I noticed you ate it. I mean, I had some for lunch, and I was waiting. I know I had some for lunch, but I wanted some when I got home.
You had the second meal of it. Why can't you had it?
I was craving
it.
It's that, like Del Taco sauce, hot sauce, where you like crave it. It's like that. Anyway, it's the same thing. I'm like, God damn it.
We have
ate
more.
all that chicken.
I bought a bunch of it.
But it wasn't cooked. All right.
No chef. Didn't come with a chef.
Go,
brother.
G to the B. I saw your video with the strong wind.
Hey, wait. You never said any Mexican restaurants.
Oh, what's my favorite? Well, I was just saying the well, you.
Thank you.
Restaurant
Okay.
Steve. Okay. Outside of him.
What's the place down there? We like. We've been there a couple times. It's good. I wouldn't.
What
I don't know if it's
place?
my favorite. That place off Sunset and.
That we ate at?
Yeah, you took my parents there.
Oh, Chavello's?
Yeah.
Yeah, that place was kind of cool. It's very cute in there.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah,
and nice.
food's cool. They give you like a little soupy thing.
I didn't get
which
to
is
go with
different.
you guys to that La Michelin.
Lindo, Michigan.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you.
That one was good. It was expensive, but the ambiance was really neat. So that one's cool.
You know what?
Yeah.
Flaming Fajitas was very good.
Oh yeah, that's right. That place was pretty good too.
That was really good.
Yeah.
So I would maybe Flaming Fajitas.
Okay.
Next, just right behind Steve's
The one off
kitchen.
Water Street was the one we went to.
Ranking them.
All right, G to the B. I saw your video with the strong wind, which makes me wonder how bad the winds get over there. You no doubt know how the Santa Ana winds get here in SoCal. Is there a windy season over there too, or just at any time throughout the year? And does the wind get as strong as the Santa Anas? In your recent video, it looked pretty strong. Thanks. Yeah, it does get pretty dang windy. Similar to the Santa Ana, sometimes even worse.
Last storm
Yesterday was pretty bad too, but it was
yesterday
like
was bad, but the last windy storm was particularly bad. I don't think that's like indicative or like real
it's
common.
throughout the year though.
We do get them, and it's windy, but I think that one created a lot of damage, and that was a little like an outlier as far as how much wind it really was. I don't think that's
Well, we
not
get
like
these
every day.
monsoons
It's
during
not
the
like
summer, and it gets windy like that. Or sometimes
it can
what's
really
weird,
blow. It can
we'll
blow
get a
for a
gust
good
of
time.
wind. Like if our umbrella is up on this little table and it was next to our pool during the summer, if our umbrella is out, okay, and our anchor thing
Open.
isn't working, yeah, open, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. And all of a sudden, I swear, it's like slow motion. The umbrella starts going up, flies across into the neighbor's backyard. But it's like a gust of wind will just come through, but strong enough to do that. It's done that twice. And then we anchored it because it was like, yeah, here it goes again. We hurry up and swim over to it to hold it down. But it's throughout the year. Like I said, during the summer, it's like a rainy, windy thing. I don't know.
I mean, the Santa
It's
Ana's.
hot
I remember the first
tropical.
night in the
Tropical.
old house
It's when it kind of cools down a little bit when they have the monsoons.
when they
during
had
the summer.
the first couple of nights we moved
Yes,
in.
and the tree fell down.
We had trees falling, and so
Yeah.
I mean, California's Santa Ana's could get
We
really
have a
crazy
tree in front of that condo that looked like the tree from the Poltergeist, the first Poltergeist movie where that tree swallowed up the boy, the son. That tree. So that was scary because I could see that thing
Spoiler.
swaying. Oh my God! If you guys haven't seen that movie, we gotta talk.
Let's talk.
So yeah, that was.
What's wrong with you?
I just remember having to drive. I just barely scratched went around the tree and it fell down the street, like on the street, and I had to go to work that morning. And I'm like, oh,
So yeah,
hopefully I
mean,
can get to work
it
today.
can get that crazy
Yeah.
from time to time, but I don't. They're not like every day.
No, not at all.
So
But
I mean,
our,
but yeah, you do have to prepare. The weather will tell you, hey, it's going to get windy in a couple days, and you might want to batten down the hatches a few things.
Batten down those hatches, guys, 'cause it's gonna be a windy day. We should be like weather people.
No, we shouldn't.
Hey from Henderson. Batten down those hatches, 'cause today's gonna be windy. I'm Casey.
Get out your
Kasem.
sunscreen.
Get out that sunscreen. It's gonna be a sunny day. No, that's really bad.
How
So sorry, guys.
did all of a sudden we move south of the
I know,
border?
like, what
or
happened to my
where
voice?
Have we moved to Texas? Or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Around?
But if you noticed, and you haven't noticed, I've noticed, if you not live out here, what are those things? Telephone lines, electric lines? They're huge. These metal poles are like freaking as big as this table in the middle of the street. So I'm like, oh, that probably is to survive the winds out here. What are those? Electric lines?
Yeah, those are power line
So
poles, but they just
back
put
in
these
California,
giant
they're under the ground in
industrial
most
ones.
places. But here is not
Yeah,
that.
there's a few. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
But they're massive and they can withstand the wind, so they're set for this kind of stuff, which I'm really impressed with out here. Even with the rains, it doesn't
Yeah.
flood, at least where we live,
We're new enough
because they've
area
got
to
enough
where
drain
engineers
systems.
of taking care of the flooding. At
But
least,
even
I'm,
that
I'm
wash
sure there's some
basin-
areas of Vegas that do flood.
The Pittman
but-
Wash, I followed it on the Google map. Like, where does it end? It ends in Lake Las Vegas. So when people say that's a sewer lake or whatever in the past before I moved out here, I think they're right. I'm like, well, all that wash goes right to that lake. But they know how to reclaim their water. So it was just kind of nice. It doesn't go to the ocean or whatever. It goes somewhere where they're reusing it. So I'm actually very impressed with their technology, or whatever you want to say, with how they utilize the stuff out here, I guess.
Right.
So guys,
Okay.
that was the last
Was
of
that the
our
last of them?
questions.
We sure?
And yeah.
Oh.
So this is episode 8, but as you know, we can't have an
Episode.
episode 9 without your questions, comments, and if you have an answer to something, hey. So get
Oh,
out
wow,
your
answers
jokes,
too.
Mark. Get out your comments, Alan. And everyone else, get out your awesome questions. And we will be back for another episode to answer and or comment on all of them.
And if you want to know of any of these people that we're talking about, I believe all the links.
I don't
are-
always
do
put
we-
them on. I only, out of laziness, that's the only reason, I put them on the description down below when they're in my vlog. Just
Oh.
because in my description, I'm like, watch my video. And that's
Oh,
all I
okay.
watch. That's
All
all I
right.
do. Because I'm doing all
Well-
my editing off my phone. But with this said, since Steve-O's mentioning that, I will link all of them on the description of this episode's channel, so you can look down and see The Other Me, Sleepless in Las Vegas, Straight Out of Vegas, Las Vegas and Beyond, Vegas Best Ideas, and This is the Way Las Vegas. And anyone else, I don't know. I met newer people, but I don't know them
But
as
if
well.
we talk about you in these vlogs, then I suppose we'll. Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
mean,
Anyway.
I'm sure. Please don't be offended if we left you out. Maybe you could write us a few letters or.
Yeah.
Yeah. Write a letter.
I'll write you a letter or two.
But I mean, comment.
I get some through the snail
comment.
mail,
And we'll
like-
try and make sure it happens one way or another somehow.
Well, the Rocktober video, I have everybody's things
Yeah,
on there. I had to
there's
look
a-
for them. I don't even know them
yeah.
that well. I just put them on the, because if they're in
Yeah,
my
there are
video,
people
they
that
were
we've
linked
met
in
only
there.
once or twice.
But since
so
these
it's
people are
hard to-
commenting on this video, that's the people I want to add on there. Plus, Vegas Best Ideas and This is the Way, because they're frequent people that we like to vlog and collaborate with. So I thought, you know what, they deserve a little plug too. So, anywho, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Once again, we need to see your questions, comments, and or answers so we can have another episode, because you guys love this as much as we love doing it, I guess, because it's fun, kind of fun. I mean, we're just sitting in our front yard. I mean,
It is a
so
lot of
easy
fun
to
to do
do.
this.
I'm in my PJs. It's got coconuts on them. You
Jeez.
don't know that because this is a. Now you do. Wearing my old high school jacket that I can't button up, but it looks cool anyway, right? That's all I got.
Okay.
Until then, guys, we'll see you later.
So long.
Bye.